I'm Bernard Sheridan, and we're taking a look at the swing of Brooks Koepka today. And here we are at impact. So there's a few things that I want you to notice here. And if we back this up just a hair, okay, we can see that the shaft at this point, which is about maybe, I want to say 5 inches behind the ball, is actually leaning forward towards the target. And Brooks' lead hand is basically extended, and his lead wrist is flat just before impact, and that club's going to bottom out right at the ball and start to move up. And I want you to notice that lead arm is still, everything is kind of in line here, and that lead hand is still flat. There's no breaking down, there's no extension in that. And what the other thing that I want you to notice here is that that back foot is pushing off the ground. He's moving into his left heel here. That's where his pressure is. And it's on his right toe. So if we go back to where does that heel start to come up in the swing, and really is once he starts to get his lead wrist at his back pocket here, that foot starts to become up off the ground, okay? And by this point now, as he gets his lead hand to his front leg, he's well off of that back foot and starting to push in through the ground to move all that pressure forward and to impact. Now, of course, head is behind the ball here, and then as he gets into full extension with that right arm, you can notice how the arms are fully extended and that the club is very much in front of his body. And then his head begins to rotate to get to a finish. And when he gets to a finish, his skull is posted over top of his lead foot, which is basically right there. And all those joints, that knee joint, the hip joint, they're all in line. And the shoulder is facing the target. And there's a full release of that back foot. He's really up on that toe. All his pressure is into that lead foot now at that finish. So what we want to do to help this happen is, when we're at the top of our backswing, okay, we definitely want to load that club well. That's going to help us maintain lag on the downswing. And then our first move wants to be a lateral move with the hips towards the target. And that's all due to a pushing off of that back foot. So he pushes off of that back foot. We have a slight lateral move, and then the hips begin to rotate as that heel starts to come off the ground, that back heel, which allows the hips to clear and get nice and open so that the hands have a place to come from the inside. And then a full extension down the line. I want you to notice too that the hands are just traveling right down the foot line. They're not really going around his body. And he has a full post and is in total balance on his lead foot at the end. So I'm Bernard Sheridan for Impact Zone Golf. We're located at Tiburon Golf Club in beautiful Naples, Florida. If you'd like to come and take a lesson with me in person, then you can go to www.impactzonegolf.com, and all our information is up there, and you can read all about me up there too. And I would love to work with you in person and help you create 5 dynamics to play the best golf of your life. So until we meet again, try to keep it in the short grass. And don't forget about our podcast on iTunes and Spotify, Breaking Par with Bernard Sheridan. I interview some of the brightest minds in the game every week. Until next time, we'll see you later.